setups that we had, we were in this real jailhouse, which is abandoned, but very spooky environment, giving it a real sort of stark quality, almost a noir kind of a quality to it that matches the game.
Biohazard 2.
Well, what we were trying to do, this is a commercial for Biohazard 2, but we wanted it to look like a movie, so we basically wanted to produce it very much like a movie instead of like a commercial shoot. It's fabulous. I mean, I love making the movies, and it's great that there's a game which is, it's like a flashback to that genre, and it's, I can feel maybe a little bit like I had some influence on it, and so I feel very flattered, And it was just like a small motion picture shoot with extras playing the zombies and a few people that were experienced playing the zombies, and the actors, Brad Renfro and Adriana, have experience. It was like working with a regular cast.
Oh wow, yes. Some chick player, badass chick player goes and gets to shoot all these zombies and stuff, and she's just this superhero.
So, for aesthetic, just for a photographic aesthetic. And so Peter and I just talked about keeping it clean and making it look, like old Hollywood almost. And that's pretty much the way.
Behind a character, in front of a character, it sometimes gets tricky lighting-wise because you want to keep it spooky, you want to keep it dark, but there's, particularly with any sort of blood effect or anything like that, you have to have enough light there so the audience knows really what's happening, but keep it spooky at the same time.
Screaming Mad George was fabulous. I mean, the zombies, he made some really terrific zombies for us. I just wish we could have given them more screen time.
Well, now, zombie is something that is very, in a way, it's so overdone. And I usually tends to do something that is more in the surreal stage. So, and then trying to make something very different from anybody's done, same genre. But in the sense of zombie, is it very difficult to try to put something very, surrealistic imagery thing going on, because then it really cuts off from the original, point. Right, so, I just thought, okay, well, we should just do it, make the really good zombies. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to do some different thing because they want a zombie and this is that. You're right, so, I just thought, okay, well, we should just do it, make the really good zombies.
When I grew up on horror movies, the horror movies of the 40s and early 50s, zombies were always this sort of lower, blue-collar monster, And they were just vampiric. They were hungry for human flesh or blood or both. And that's really their only motivation. They're not particularly evil. They just behave the way a herd of animals might behave, or a herd of, hyenas, or that's what you have to watch out for. I mean, they're just driven. it's funny when you get a bunch of zombies in a room. I find all the times that I've worked with zombies, if I make any physical move when I'm talking, then all of a sudden they all do it. And you have 40 zombies doing exactly the same thing, which is, so I generally let them invent their own moves, how they want to behave, basically just tell them. What's that?
Doesn't it kind of reflect on, I kind of like it because it's a real big change coming from a spiritual hero to an actual literal hero. It's also very fun material, but it's good because it's a good little switch around. I don't know why, but pretty much left it up to me. I might be able to handle it, I don't know. And you also like the naturality of it,
I mean, Brad was interested in the character, and so even though it's a very short piece, he was interested in, knowing how to handle the guns. In my stories, the people that are trapped by them or that get in trouble are people who just can't either handle it or can't communicate properly with each other to form a plan to work around this problem, and so.
Yeah, we're good. That's all right.
They don't have a lot of power. They move slowly. You can defeat them easily one at a time. But when there's enough of them, and when you're not very organized yourself, or your group can't communicate or whatever, they're going to get you. And those are thematically what I've always worked with.
Biohazard 2. Feed me.